it's Sydney from Sid Plants It Out. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be planning in my wellness planner for the end of December, so the 25th through the 31st, and I finally, got my life together, and everything will be dated correctly, unlike the rest of the month had been. I apologize. I know that it really threw some people off, but I didn't even notice it at first. So this is my life. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm gonna wipe this out real quick here. It is so flippin' cold. It's actually, like, the temperature outside is actually freezing. It is 32 degrees, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, I'm not a winter person. I'm just not. It's the worst thing in the whole universe, in my opinion. So, here we are. Okay, I'm gonna use Whimsy Luxe A Year of Planning, the Volume 1, and we're just gonna go all out here with the Christmas things, because it is, the week of Christmas, and I know then it will go into, like, New Year's Eve and whatnot, but Christmas is here, so this does not want to cooperate with me. It's fine. We're just gonna go with it. All right. I was thinking I was gonna put this on Christmas, since I don't know that I'm really gonna be tracking, like, food, but I forgot I had this space down here, so I think instead we're gonna create, like, a little cluster type adventure down here, and use this over here. I think maybe, I don't know why I'm using the tweezers, probably just because they were out. I like this thing so much more for trying to get these out, but the tweezers were already out, so I think that's really what that came down to. Actually, I think I'm gonna put this up here, and I'm gonna put some presents down there. For the dates for this one, I think I'm gonna go with, I pulled out pink blooms from Live Love Posh, and I'm gonna go with, like, the really light pink that's in there. It's a little bit, like, it's not quite the same, but I think it's gonna work. It's gonna coordinate enough, it'll be okay. So that's what we're gonna go with there, but I'm gonna build up my little scene down here first. I kind of like this little, like, space that exists down here. I just think it's nice for adding a little extra pop of decoration. It's a nice part about this. I'm gonna take this one off the page a little bit. It's a nice part about this week of the planner is that there's like this little extra space. So I have a tree and some presents. That's cute. I really want to use this gingerbread house. And I think I want to put the ornaments across the top. So where am I going to put this house? Actually, that could be really cute. Just, like, chillin'. Let's do it. All right, we'll put that there. I think I'm going to white all of this out. And maybe I'll just use this to white out this line, because I think that will be less aggressive. I used this earlier, so it was struggling to get started. And now it doesn't want to cover, of course. But that's okay. I think I got it. Maybe. Oh boy. I'm gonna cover this up and I'll be back. I think my Uniball Signo might be as cold as I am. Lord. That was kind of difficult. All right. These ornaments across the top. But I also am like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and put the days of the week. Actually, no. I think we're just going to put down all of the decorative stuff, and then we can always put the days of the week down like on top of them. I pulled out the tweezers again. Lord. Yeah, I think that'll be cute to just like work them around what I have. Like if they go on top of something, they go on top of something. That's not a big deal in my personal opinion. Yeah, my Uniball Signa was not having it. I do wish that these were paper just because it's easier to like draw the line and actually make it go all the way to it when they're paper. And I could have like, you know, kept them pulled up at the top and then drawn the line, but I don't really have the patience for that today. I don't know. Maybe that's not it. Maybe it's not that I don't have the patience. Maybe it's more of just, I don't really care that much. Like, it would be cool, but I'm also not going to be like upset if they don't go all the way. Oh my goodness. That was so incredibly crooked. Help. Oh my gosh. How are you guys doing today? On that note, I hope you guys are doing well. I am finally like getting my life back together after the weird work week of being up super early, and you know, I'm feeling good about it, that I'm like kind of back together. It's still like I wish it wasn't winter, just because I wish it wasn't so dark, right? Because I'm like, oh, like you know, it must be really like, I feel, oh my God, words. I feel like it must be really late because it's like getting dark already. And I was like, oh man, I kind of wasted the day. And then I'm like sitting here looking at it and I'm like, oh, actually, it's only 4:30, so like you really did not waste time. It just feels like you did because life. So that's cool. All right. So those are down. Let's find my ruler. Here it is. And let's draw some lines. I think I'm just going to draw over the clear sticker and then just be careful as possible to not smudge them. I should probably start from over here if I'm going to do that, so I can work away from the lines. I feel like I'm super out of, I had to stop because I felt like I was super out of frame, but I looked up and I am not. It's just like a weird, you know, camera angles are strange. Like cameras are weird because I'm always like, oh no. I'm either feel like I'm going to be super out of frame or feel like I'm perfectly in frame and then I'm not. Like, I always feel the opposite of what the actual thing is. And I feel like it's because cameras are like deceiving, you know? Maybe that's just me, but that's kind of how I feel. All right. But yeah, so going back to getting my life back together and all of that. So I like ordered some photo prints that of things for my family, and then I like put the order in, and then I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, like am I even gonna be able to pick these up today? It's like dark, it's got to be late. And I was like, oh no, it's not, like it's not late at all. It's gonna be okay. I'm still going to have plenty of time to go pick them up. And I also ordered like a Target pickup order for like frames to put those in. And I was like, oh man, it's really not that late. It just looks like it is. Winter is the worst. I literally hate winter so much. 'Tis my least favorite. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I saw like a predicted forecast for the week of Christmas. I'm pretty sure it's so like this coming week. Yeah. And it said like 22 inches of snow. Not 22. Yeah. I don't know what it said. A lot of inches of snow. And I was like, I don't want to do that. Thanks, though. Like, no. Thanks, but no thanks. I'll pass. That sounds awful. And I want zero to do with that. But yeah. I'm pretty sure that the prediction that I saw was like pretty far out from when it was actually like supposed to happen. So that usually means it's not going to be anything like what they said, but I'm still scared. I want nothing to do with that kind of weather. I definitely had this conversation already with you guys because I remember talking about how I hate snow. Snow is only pretty if you've never seen it before or something like that. Or you're like going skiing or something. Otherwise, it's stupid and awful. And I hate it. I'm not a snow or winter person, even a little bit. It's definitely my least favorite thing. And people are like, well, don't you want like a white Christmas like in the movies? And I'm like, no, because people always look, because, you know, they might look happy like in the movies or something, but that's because it's a movie and it probably wasn't real snow and they probably weren't actually freezing cold. Although I do have to say that I do sometimes like get fed up with it being super cold and then like nothing else happening. It's just like atrociously cold because like sometimes I'm like, well, if it's going to be cold, it might as well snow, right? But then I like really think about it and I'm like, no, you don't actually want that. You don't actually want that. Like the struggle. All right. I think I'm done with those. There's still some left. And I didn't use any of the boxes, so I have those too. But let's put in the other things. You know, the things to tell me what days they are. The days of the week. Ay. All right, so this starts on Sunday, right? I feel like I need to double check. This should be 25, so yes, it should be Sunday. Oh my gosh. I swear I know my days of the week. It just didn't happen originally. I just had a moment, and then that moment carried over because I was filming all of those and trying to get them Monday, Tuesday, trying to get them done before I went out of town so I wouldn't have to like, you know, worry about them really. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and then they just, you know, kind of stayed like that for like the whole month. And then people were like, this is wrong. I'm confused. This. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I messed up like the very first week. But you know what? It's fine. Whatever. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, the internet. I will never live anything down ever. Oh, goodness. And I'm not like mad, obviously, because like people were trying to be helpful. For the most part, some of them were kind of like condescending, and I was like, okay, that was rude, but all right, whatever. But for the most part, people were just trying to be nice, and they were like, hey, I think you messed up. And I was like, yeah, I did. Like 2 weeks ago, and I just, you know, kept going. Oh, goodness. But it's fine. It's fine. We're over it now. We're past it. And it is done. All right, let's put the numbers in. This seems like too many numbers for what's left here. I know that it's not, because I know that this is right, but it seems like too many. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself during this week. My company, my new company, whatever. The company that we were acquired by has a winter break where they like don't do anything during this week. So we already have, and then like obviously we have Monday off because it's like Christmas observed since Christmas is on a Sunday. And then we have the 2nd off for like New Year's observed, which is interesting. I didn't think that we would have that one, but that's fine. Christmas observed, New Year's observed, right? So then like the week between Christmas and New Year's, my company, they like shut, like nobody works unless you like are what they said is like a, I can't remember, a critical employee or something. I don't remember what they called it. There are some people who are supposed to work, but pretty much otherwise you're not supposed to work. Now they didn't tell us that you had to use PTO to do that until recently. I guess not as recently now, but you know, they didn't tell us that right away. So we were like, cool, we get this whole week off. Like, that's awesome. And then they were like, oh, no, you don't get it off. Like, you have to take PTO for it. And we were like, okay, well, that sucks. I mean, we are allowed to go negative in our PTO balance. So it's not like, you know, it wouldn't be like the worst thing ever, but it was just kind of like, oh, well, that's rude. Like, you made it sound like this was something we were going to get, like something we were given. And now you're telling us we have to use PTO for it. That's stupid. But then we like, because of the client that I work on, I get like extra PTO or like different PTO than everyone else in the company. So I was like, wow, I have a lot of PTO and only like 2 months to use it in. And I know I'm not really going to use any of it. So I was like, we're just going to take that time off. So the 26th through the 2nd, I'm going to be off from work. And I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I was thinking, oh gosh, I dropped one. I was thinking about how I was going to decorate my catch-all, and I was like, I guess I'm just going to decorate it because I'm not really going to have like anything to put in it, you know? I don't know. It's going to be an odd one, that's for sure. But you know what? I'm sure I'll find something to do. Even if it's just a whole lot of like, you know, nothing, right? Where I like, maybe I'll watch some TV shows that I, you know, keep telling myself I'm going to watch and then don't, because I'm the kind of person that will just like binge something. And I'm like, I don't have time to do that because I actually have to sleep. But if I have like a whole week off, I mean, that's plenty of time to like just binge all of those shows, right? And not really worry about it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It will be an interesting one. That is for sure. These are so hard to get apart. It's also like my thumb is not 100%. So I'm like trying to not push down too hard with my thumb to like hold on to things. Because that's normally like, that's what hurts now. But it makes it hard to like take these apart and stuff like that. Oh, well. Oh, I meant to say the numbers are from Proud Sticker Designs. If you're interested in those numbers, they're kind of my favorite. And then these are from, I believe her shop is called, or the shop is called Plan Ahead Printables on Etsy. And these are just printables that I printed out and onto sticker paper. And then I just cut them out when I need them. And I cut them out in that cute little tag. I kind of liked that. I think I did that for last week's. And yeah, I was like, oh, that's cute. It's like a Christmas tag. But yeah, so that's where those Apple Watch trackers are from. And I think that's all. I don't know why I turned that way in order to figure out what I was doing. I think it's because I was trying to figure out how I'm going to punch that. And my brain was not having it. I'm going to just use my crocodile punch here. And I'm going to punch out the holes that I covered up. And then we're going to be done here. I really like the way this turned out. It's really cute. It's like not super... I was going to say it's pretty simple, but it's maybe not that simple. There's quite a lot of stickers on here, but it didn't like take a really long time. It was really easy to put together. I think it's very cohesive and it's really cute. And yeah, I like it. So Oh my goodness. Let's grab my planner. I originally was going to do like another red and green spread for this week, but I like this one so much better. It's so, so cute. I don't know, there's just something about like a non-traditional Christmas color scheme that just makes me so happy. Anybody else? Anybody else just like really happy about that? Because that's definitely up my alley. But there you have it. My Christmas week wellness spread in my monthly layout happy planner. Using like all the things I feel like, but mostly stickers from Whimsy Luxe, A Year of Planning, and I just really like the way it turned out. It's super cute. And it's definitely like, it screams Christmas at me, even though it's not red and green. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.